Coming up next on Columbus Connections, people are looking for jobs and jobs are looking for people. We'll tell you about the great opportunities here with the CCG government. Stay tuned. Welcome to Columbus Connections. I am your host, David Britt. And as you know, today we are facing unprecedented times in our job market. There are so many people who are looking for work, and there are so many great opportunities out there where workers are looking for people as well. Well, if you're in the Columbus area, you may not know how big of an employer the Columbus Consolidated Government, or CCG, is. And there's a myriad of jobs out there. It's not just police, it's not just fire, it's not just the tax commissioner paying your taxes. There are so many other opportunities, whether it's IT or human resources, and so many different things, and so many different great people that are looking for great employees like yourself. But I'm not the person to talk to about that. I have with me Retha Hollowell. She is the Human Resource Director, and she's going to tell you all about it. How you doing, Retha?
Hello, it's good to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. Now,
Yes.
First, you have been the Human Resource Director. How long have you been just in Human Resources, period?
Gosh, 20 years?
Wow.
20 years in human resources, and have loved every minute of it.
Yeah, and you're so good at what you do and how you do it, you and your staff. Anytime my office has needed something, you've been there, in the hard times and the good times. And right now is a very interesting time for job opportunities for human resources. What kind of challenges and benefits has this era of the post-pandemic brought to human resources and employment?
Oh, we definitely have some challenges before us. I say challenges and opportunities. Yes, you're right, we are post-pandemic right now, but being post-pandemic means that we've got to do some rebuilding in terms of our workforce. 2020 and 2021 was very, very challenging for us. We lost a lot of our employees. 2021 was known as the year of the Great Resignation, and throughout the United States, and the city of Columbus was not left unscathed. We lost our share of employees as well. So we're in the process of rebuilding in a lot of areas where we have needs, from public safety to all of our support offices, as well as in our courts. So we have a lot of needs. But we also see this as an opportunity, and that's the way we take it. One of the things I'm real excited about, being, number one, an employee with the Columbus Consolidated Government, but also just being a part of this community that we live in. This is one thing that I believe that's always been true about whether we're talking about the city of Columbus or just Columbus in general. We are a people, we are a citizen, we are employees who rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
So even though I talk about us having the vacancies as a challenge, which it is, but I know it also presents an opportunity for us as well. So I'm excited about the opportunities that it brings for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And some people don't realize how big CCG is as far as an area for employees in so many different areas of employment at that.
Yes, we have a workforce of 3,000 plus.
Yeah.
So yes, we are considered a large employer. Of those 3,000 employees, about 2,500 of those are full-time regular employees, and then we employ about 500 to 700 part-time temporary seasonal employees throughout the year at various peak times of the year. So yes, we are considered a large employer, and we have positions that are available that meet most skill sets.
Yeah.
Most skill sets. From attorneys, we need attorneys, believe it or not. In our DA's office, yes, we need police officers. We need fire and EMS workers. We need folks working in the sheriff's office as correctional detail officers. But then we also need people working in parks and recreation. We need people working in our public works department. We need people working in our metro as bus operators. And then we need those administrative support people that work in finance, that work in IT, that work in HR, and our other support system. And then we have the courts as well. I talked about the DA's office, but whether in our Superior Court, our Clerk of Superior Court, we talked about our tax assessor's office, our tax commissioner. So those different departments, there are so many variety of skills that are needed throughout. So that's why I think we appeal to a lot of folks, because we have such a variety of jobs that are available. And in terms of the variety of jobs that are available, some of the jobs are no skill, where you need no skill to apply.
You can just walk right in and
exactly.
skill on the job.
Exactly. There are no skills, or there are limited skills, or there are jobs where you can be trained. And yes, there are other professional jobs that we have that you do need to have a certain skill level, professional skill level, in order to do those jobs. But it is a variety of the types of jobs that we have available. And I think that's one of the appeals of a consolidated government like ourselves.
Yeah. Now, for those that are applying and want to get on with these jobs, of course they can go online, go to the website, fill out the application. But for those that need to understand to do what they need to do to have the best opportunity to get these jobs, what can they do?
Oh, that's a good question. That is because you do want to try to prepare yourself. Read the job description first to see if you meet the minimum qualifications for that position. So read the job description. When you apply for the position, make sure that you complete the application. Answer all of the questions, because the questions are there for a reason, to help us as an employer make sure that we understand your skills and your abilities. So make sure you answer all the questions. If you have a resume, and I encourage folks to have a resume, it's not required for every job, because the job application itself is very detailed, and the application itself is going to give us the information that we need. However, the resume helps you as an applicant tell who you are. So having a resume is helpful, not required, but it's helpful. And if you have a cover letter, that's also helpful, because it gives you an opportunity to present your personality by telling a little bit more about yourself that's not on the application, why you're the best applicant for that job. So those are two additional things that you can do just to get yourself started out, and to make sure that the employer, whomever the hiring authority is going to look at your application, because it looks like you intended to apply for this job, and that's the way you want to look. I didn't just apply for this job among another 100 or so, but I intended to apply for this job, and that's the way you want to look.
And you mentioned that in this time that we're living in, this is a thing that's nationwide. It's certainly not Columbus. It can be kind of disturbing or kind of hurting people that are looking for jobs in the city, and it feels like nobody's hiring.
Yeah.
But it's not just something that's just specific to Columbus, but what is happening is people like CCG, people like yourself, are reaching out to the community and being proactive about getting those quality people in here. You mentioned that there's so many different areas and so many different skill sets that the city brings in. What areas are you aware of right now within the city that are really looking for people, really looking for that great talent?
Well, absolutely. In, I believe, every department that we have, or at least almost every department that we have a vacancy and we have a need. We have right now, unfortunately, about 140 different positions that we're trying to fill right now. That's a lot of vacancies that we are not accustomed to having. So in terms of the areas, one of the top ones obviously is police officers. So we are looking for police officers. We are also looking for folks to work in our sheriff's office as sheriff deputies and correctional officers. At our Muskogee County Prison, we're looking for officers. These are folks that will have a criminal justice degree background, or no degree at all, because you're going to be trained. You're going to be trained in these. So in our public safety and our fire and EMS department, we have vacancies there. We are looking to hire in those areas. Also, another key area is our public works department. We are looking for folks to provide a service, again, public works. We need truck drivers. We need people that have CDLs, the commercial driver's license. We need folks that, we also need bus operators with CDLs, our Metro Transit system. We need operators there. We also need folks in our Parks and Recreation department in all of the areas. One of the things, when we talk about our need, a lot of it has to do with, I think about the city of Columbus as a whole, and as a tourist or anyone that wants to come to the city of Columbus, or if you just live here as a citizen, this is your residency. You want a city that is beautiful. You want streets that are clean and paved. You want to be able to go to the park, take your family and enjoy. You want to be able to ride the bus. Those are basic life services, right? Many of those, you want protective service, right? If you happen to have a fire, you want somebody to be able to come if you have a fire. It's those type of services that the Columbus Consolidated Government provides. And our employees, and don't get me started talking about our employees, but our employees provide these services, and they do a really, really good job at providing those services. So, and what we do is we take care of the city of Columbus. As I said, whether you're going to a park, whether you need protective services, whether you're riding a bus, you want your trash picked up, those are the kinds of services that we are providing. So, as I said, yes, in some of the positions that we offer, it requires a certain skill level, but some of the jobs do not require any skill at all. Apply.
Yeah.
So so that, I hope I answered your question.
Absolutely.
In terms of the need, those specific needs. As I said, with 140 plus jobs available, yes, we have a myriad of opportunities in our various positions, and I feel strongly, we'll be able to fill them. It's just a matter of us promoting who we are and talking about what we do, the service that we provide. I always say we don't make widgets, but we do provide a service. And the thing that I like about being able to be a service organization, yes, we will either train you, you come with a skill, or there's no skill required. But for the person who thinks that maybe I don't qualify for one of those jobs, you already have a lot going for you. Yeah. Because everybody can serve. So you already have, and what you're going to be using is your own skills, your own talents, what you as an individual, what you as a human being bring to the table, and we're going to give you the additional skills that you need to perform the job that we need you to do.
Gotcha. And a key word that you've been saying is service. And the interesting part of that is, again, you're taking so many skill sets, whether they be administrative, whether they be technical, whether they be those things outside of work. And, many jobs offer those things. Many jobs offer the ability to complete a task while using that skill. But when you add on that extra service aspect of it, you're using those talents to complete a skill, and you're making a difference. And that is something that really motivates, really makes a lot of our city employees great people and great servers, in that they are motivated by that difference that they're making.
Correct.
And there's so many opportunities in that people miss. You don't know how many times, someone that just needed help with a tag, or needed help, from a law enforcement officer, or needed help just going to the government center and just intimidated by this large building and don't know where to go or what needs to be done, and that one employee that maybe helped them face to face or behind the scenes to complete a task that is done in day-to-day life. So that service aspect is really a big thing of what we do here at the city.
You're so right.
Yeah.
That is very important. And from top to bottom, I hear the mayor talk about it a lot, the city manager talks about it a lot. It is our service, and that's why I say, you as anyone watching this show may say, well, I don't know if I have what it takes to work for the city of Columbus, but you do, because you have something already that you bring with you to the table. And as you said, there are so many examples of our employees going that extra mile, doing that extra to satisfy the citizen. when they have an issue, they call 311, for example, and then the customer service representative assists them with their problem. But not only did they assist them, they took time to listen to them. A lot of times that's what is needed, a patient person to hear me. Maybe you can't satisfy every person that calls in, but I can listen to you, and I can refer you. If I can't help you, I can refer you to someone who can. And yes, there's a lot of value in that we don't take for granted, that a person is able to do and is able to assist a citizen, yes, with their problem, but help them have a good day as well.
Absolutely. Where do people need, what's the first step? If I'm looking for a job with CCG, what's my first step that I need to do?
There are any opportunities to apply for a position with the cities. We have various opportunities. First thing you want to do, though, I recommend is you go to our website at columbusga.org, www.columbusga.org. Click on that Career Opportunities webpage there and start strolling through the positions that we have available. You can also find us on LinkedIn. We got our social media platform going. We got to keep working that. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, and we'll be working other social media platforms as well. Now, we do have a couple of career fairs coming up, and I hope that folks will take advantage of that. We've got one coming up on April the 27th at the Civic Center. Okay. That's going to be a big deal. A lot of our departments will be there. We will be hiring. And this is the other thing, when we go to, I say career fairs, we really don't call them career fairs anymore. We call them hiring fairs, because as the opportunity presents itself, we're going to hire you on the spot. You come that day, you make an application. If you may have already made an application. You meet with whatever department that you're interested in, whether it's Metro, whether it's Public Works, Parks and Rec, or Public Safety. You meet with them, you put in an application. There's going to be a manager there on the spot, willing to interview you, talk with you, and if you meet that basic criteria, they're going to start moving you through that process of saying, hey, we want to make an offer to you. So we've got that going. There's also another career fair or hiring fair, again, as we call them, on May 3rd at the Trade Center. So we're really excited about these two coming up. And these are just two that I'm mentioning. The police department, they have several career fairs. Go to their website and they've got several career fairs that are coming up as well. So there's so many opportunities, but the first thing you want to do, you do want to put in an application. That will get you started on your process to becoming an employee with the Columbus Consolidated Government.
Awesome. And turn in that resume, use that cover letter to kind of bring more of yourself out, and just make sure you follow all those steps in filling out that application in its entirety.
Yes.
Yes. So many amazing opportunities in the Columbus Consolidated Government, many that you may not be aware of, but whatever your skill set is, not only can you use your skill set, but you have an opportunity to provide a service, to give back, to help people who are very much in need. So make sure you go on that website, make sure you attend these awesome hiring fairs, because there is a spot here for you. Thanks again for watching. This is Columbus Connections.